When everyone goes into this class, this video is actually just about me. I'm gonna tell you how I feel when I climb, what I think about, and how I go about operating, trying to get better as I always do. And hopefully it helps you. First things first, it really doesn't matter how I feel. I just want to have the best session that I can today. But in all honesty, it sucks when I have a horrible day. But a horrible day can be made better by trying as hard as I can and just getting angry. Okay. Come on. Oh, that's a V8. So that climb I did is a V8. Pretty hard climb. I started this session feeling pretty not the strongest, mentally good, but by just getting angry, getting emotional, and trying harder than I think I could do normally, which I always try to do, good things could happen. All my sessions are always going to be targeted. For today, I'm trying to do a good project session of climbs I've done before. The next one I will attempt is known as Big Pinching. Big Pinching is this really pinchy climb that I like quite a bit. By doing hard climbs that I've done before, I let myself know that one, it's not just a fluke. Two, I have the ability to repeat something difficult that I've done before, which is a total confidence boost. And three, it just lets me know that I'm yes. To me, brushing holes is very important. Whether it physically helps, which I definitely think it physically helps, or it just mentally lets me know that it mentally helps me. Whatever is the case, I like it. After brushing, a little bit of an air, occasionally a slap. I'm a bit of an emotional climber. Therefore, when I do my hard climbs, I always got to pretend like I'm mad at something. I'm not so sure what, but the number one thing is, I guess I'm just mad that if I don't do it, it's a real big upset. You fuck! You know how some people could let things go and just let it drop? I'm not one of those. After falling, it's a personal attack on me by me for no other reasons besides because I like the idea of the slight pressure that I put upon myself in order for me to achieve it, because once I do it, it'll actually feel good. I don't like just an easy, no risk type of climb. I always have to put myself into a mental state of pressure in order for it to feel satisfying when I finally do it, if I do it and if. But now that I'm off the wall, I do need to rest anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, let my body physically get unfatigued. And during this state of time and rest, I'm a nice happy chap. I think with most female climbers, the less clothes you have on, the more you feel like you should be a little bit stronger. And the same is true for me. And as I go in my, second tip of the day? I know some climbers that after falling off a difficult problem will typically tend to move on to a different problem. And I think that's totally fine. And for me, I won't move on until I physically can't hold the positions of each move. For example, if I can still hold this position right here when I get to this position from the start, I'll keep trying this problem indefinitely. However, if the problem completely wrecks one part of my skin because I'm constantly holding on to the same type of hose, then I will move on. This is easy. I want to take off my sweater, but I'm cold. But this is easy. I've done this before. I've done all the individual moves before. I probably need more chalk, even though I put my hands in the bag 100 times already. Let me hit my traditional 2 claps, because if I don't, I feel weird. Let me shake it out. Easy work, easy work.
Come on.
Ah, you fuck! I fell on my back and it hurt. Like every great climber, I have good excuses. Excuse number 1, my heel. Look how loose it is. How can I heel with such a loose heel on this white pinch for my finish if my heel is so freaking loose? Here's my other good excuse. If you take a look at my fingernail right there, you see that? It's kind of messed up. And so every time I grab this, I physically feel the nail pain, and that makes me less manly. And now I entered the stage of justifications. You know, like for example, the reason why I fell was I didn't brush it good enough. Oh, I must have forgotten to brush the underside, even though I never forgot to brush the underside. Oh, I didn't brush this hole good enough. That's the problem. You know what it is? It's a little bit cold, and I don't really like the cold. You know what I like? Not cold. But sometimes when it's not cold, it gets a little bit too sweaty, and I kind of wish it was just a little bit colder. It's not my fault. It's my fingers' fault. If it was up to me, my fingers would be 10,000 times stronger, but no, look at my fingers, tiny. I always get the climb on my last go. Come on. So because I don't want this video to be 10 hours long, I'll move on to something else. You thought wrong. If you want a variety of climbs, too bad. You're gonna keep watching me fall off this whole problem, or watch me sin. Climbing is interesting in the fact that when you're at your peak strength, you might fall a lot. But then once you're at a little bit below your peak strength by a lot, you might be able to send the problem that you should have been able to send on your first attempt because you're at max strength, but somehow falling a lot has made you better at climbing the climb. I'm at that stage. So after falling so many times, it is at this point in time where I start to really consider how to really hold the best, again, hold the hold. So for example, slopers. In my head, I know that the best way to hold slopers is to be directly beneath them, like so. That's gonna increase the friction. And then I think to myself, when I'm holding it in the position, was I actually being as low as I can? I'm not so sure. I don't think I was, because if I was, I would be able to do the problem. But that's not the problem right now. The new solution is when I get into this position, I'm gonna try to really sink down on this hold right here, this nice pinchy hold. I'm telling myself right now that that's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully I don't forget. 9 times out of 10, I won't forget. That 1 time out of 10 happens about 5 times out of 10 though. Oh, I almost got it. Yes. Oh.
Nobody saw that. Keep going.
Almost there.
I'm gonna get the dab.
No dabs. So after seeing the problem, I think I'll move on to other harder boulder projects. And that's just basically how I go about my sessions. Let me know how you go about your sessions, if you can relate. And yeah, I'll see you next time.